deal. Here's the bottom line. Harry and Meghan have become hate figures for much of Britain, never mind the British media, for two reasons. The first is James Baldwin's timeless quote. I imagine one of the reasons people cling to their hate so stubbornly is because they sense once hate is gone, they will be forced to deal with pain. And the second reason is that they gave the finger to Fleet Street. And Fleet Street won't accept that. I sometimes wonder whether, if my old man hadn't been made redundant by the Daily Telegraph, I would have been one of the people leading the line of attack on these two. Because when you've got Fleet Street in your blood, when you've got ink in your blood, any attempt to lead your life as if we're not in charge is greeted with absolute fury. Look at what happens if you dare to stand up to the British tabloid media. They will kick you round the room until you're bruised and bloodied, and quite possibly, in the case of the Duchess of Sussex, of course, contemplating the worst possible way out of that level of abuse and unkindness. And yet they carried on. They refused to buckle. They tried to play by the rules. They sought the kind of deal that royals have been securing through the ages in their dealings with Fleet Street. They tried to get a kind of a hiatus, a reprieve, a ceasefire, but they didn't. They didn't get it. The palace, for good or for ill, did not come in on behalf of Prince Harry and his wife and demand that the vampires of Fleet Street stop sucking their blood every morning. So they decided to do everything their own way. They decided to rewrite their own rulebook and live entirely by that. They decided that they would not dance to anybody's tune but their own. They are not perfect. They are not infallible. Some of the stuff they do is a little bit silly, but my goodness me, they're brave. Imagine that. Imagine growing up in that goldfish bowl and deciding that you're going to smash the glass and see whether or not you can survive. That's what they can never be forgiven for. And nobody understands this better than the Fleet Street machine that needs the royal family just as much as the royal family needs the Fleet Street machine. That relationship is not parasitic, as I used to think. It's symbiotic. There are lines that will never be crossed. And if the unexpected or the unprecedented happens...
Hello everyone! Welcome back to our channel. If you're new here, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and join our community for more insightful content. Today, we're diving into a fascinating analysis by James O'Brien on why Prince Harry and Meghan Markle spark so much envy and hate. O'Brien's insights shed light on the intense scrutiny and hostility they face, which he attributes largely to envy and resentment. Prince Harry and Meghan Markle's decision to step back from royal duties and carve out their own path was a significant departure from royal tradition. This move not only defied convention, but also highlighted the rigidity and flaws within the royal institution. The British royal family has long operated under an invisible contract with the media, involving orchestrated public exposure in exchange for privacy. This relationship has become increasingly strained, especially with the rise of the tabloid age and the era of royal gossip. So why do Harry and Meghan spark so much envy and hate? According to O'Brien, much of the dislike directed at them stems from envy of their freedom, wealth, and platform. Their seemingly idyllic life, particularly after stepping back from royal duties, can trigger resentment in those less fortunate. Their decision to break from royal conventions challenges the established order and exposes the rigid nature of the institution. This defiance can be perceived as a threat by those who value tradition and the status quo. Harry and Meghan's willingness to speak openly about personal struggles, including mental health and racism, contrasts sharply with the traditional royal approach of maintaining a stiff upper lip. This authenticity is seen as both refreshing and unsettling. O'Brien also highlights the media's role in shaping public perception, often through polarized narratives that fuel both adoration and animosity. The media's focus on conflict and controversy can exacerbate existing societal divisions. Finally, O'Brien suggests that the intense backlash against the couple reveals more about the critics' own insecurities and biases than about Harry and Meghan themselves. Their departure from the royal family can be interpreted as a rejection of the values and expectations placed upon them. Ultimately, O'Brien concludes, the backlash against Harry and Meghan says more about the insecurities and biases of their critics than it does about the couple themselves. So what do you think? Share your thoughts in the comments below. And don't forget to subscribe for more content. Thanks for watching.